Let's talk today about fear, doubt, and whether they can control your creation or not. So, now, what is fear and doubt? Fear and doubt is you presenting yourself with a certain scenario, a scenario in which you don't get what you want, that it feels unpleasant. It's basically saying you're not getting what you want. And many of you, when you're fighting your specific person in your mind or your specific situation in your mind, and you say, they said this, they said that, you're basically fighting the idea that you cannot get what you want. So it's not you fighting your specific person, it's not you fighting the 3D, it's you unconsciously and unawarely fighting the idea that you don't get what you want. And here comes the basics, and here come the fundamentals of manifestation, which most of you are not even bothered by applying. And it's the thing that, well, if I'm the only creator of my reality, if I'm the only boss, and everything goes accordingly to what I say, is there even a possibility for the scenario in which I don't get what I want? Is there a possibility for it to manifest? Well, the answer would be no. Of course there's not a possibility, because if you're the only one in charge, who else is in charge? The 3D is not in charge, your circumstance is not in charge, your specific person is not in charge, your thoughts are not in charge, your fear is not in charge. Your fear doesn't run the show. Just because it appears in your mind, it doesn't mean that it's going to control your whole life, okay? So fear and doubt, do you know how it is like when you are on Netflix and Netflix represents you with some, movie scenarios? It gives you certain movies that you can pick from a list, okay? So let's just say fear and doubt, it's a horror movie, and you don't like horror movies because it's not pleasant. You don't like it. It doesn't feel good. Well, it doesn't click itself. You know, the horror movie doesn't click itself and it makes you watch it, right? You click it. And you click it. Well, if you clicked it by mistake and you don't like it, you have the remote. You can change it. Easy as that. Many of you fight fear and doubt from the premise that it's the boss, that it's going to be so, that it's, like a premonition. You think that fear and doubt is going to, like when it appears in your mind and it presents you with the idea, you think that that idea is the only scenario. That it's a premonition, that it's your intuition, or that this is meant to be. I'm trying everything, but in my mind it comes like this. So I'm drawing from this the conclusion that this is meant to be. What I want is not meant to be, but fear and doubt is meant to be. So fear and doubt don't run the show. They are just scenarios. And if you don't like them, don't access them anymore. Now, what happens is that most of you don't understand that through your behavior and through your attitude and the action that you take towards this element, meaning, so when you have a fear and you have a doubt and you start fighting it like it's an enemy, it's a more powerful enemy than you, then guess what you're doing? You are stating that, you know what, I'm the slave of this idea, I'm the slave of this scenario, therefore I'm doing my best to fight it. Well, you don't understand your power. You haven't accepted your power, because what is the scenario? Isn't this scenario also a creation of you? Of course it is. Isn't it also a fragment of you? Yes. So why treat it like it's a god or like it's a monster? Like it's not David versus Goliath. The fear is not Goliath and you're David. No. And even in this case in the Bible, David did beat Goliath. So you're selling yourself too small, in short, and this is because you have, so when you first understood that, hey, I can manifest my reality, okay, but you're skipping the fundamentals, and the fundamental is the most important, the foundation of you understanding that, hey, I am my boss, I am the boss of my reality, I'm the creator, I'm the god of my reality, the operant power. Because without this foundation, that's why you get half-assed results. It's like you're trying from a human level to manifest your outcome, when your outcome was never manifested from a human level. It was manifested from your God self, from your God level. So the sooner you quit the attitude that fear and doubt are more powerful than me and they can imprison me in this bubble of reality that I don't like, take a step back and understand, hey, I created fear and reality. So if I'm everything, fear and doubt, if I'm everything, that means that this fear and this doubt is also a fragment of me. Therefore, I will stop choosing it. I will stop behaving as if it has me at his mercy. It's mercy, okay? Nothing has you at their mercy. So when you fight what your specific puppet says, what your 3D says. When you fight your situation, you're actually fighting the fear, which states that I don't get what I want. Because when your specific puppet reflects things like, I don't want you, I'm not in love with you, doesn't this state, like, on its core, doesn't it state, well, I'm not getting what I want because they said they don't want me. I'm not getting what I want because they said never to call them again. I don't get what I want because they have a third party. I don't get what I want because my bank account says this. I don't get what I want because my health is like this. I don't get what I want because this happened. They didn't text me good morning. They didn't text me good night. They didn't text me every second. So basically, I'm not getting what I want. What you do is you become the God, the divine power that has what they want by default. So if you would bother to do reverse engineer, you would see that there is no other creator outside of you. So the simple question, the rhetorical simple question would be, why wouldn't you get what you want? So if you're all alone in a room and everything inside the room, everything in your reality depends on you, nothing has the power to come against you. Nothing ever had the power or the willingness to come against you. Not your thoughts, not your assumptions, not your beliefs, not your circumstances, not your specific person, not your 3D, nothing. It never had the power to go against you. So why are you tapping into this scenario? If you're the only one, you're alone in the room, I'm alone in the car. The wheel can't do anything to me, my phone can't do anything to me, I'm alone in my fucking car. How the wheel behaves, it's my responsibility. If I'm alone in the car and the wheel is an object, an inanimate object with no free will, the same way your specific puppet is, why would I come with the idea and tap into a fear, a scenario that says, oh, the wheel can go from its how it's called, and kick me in the face? It would be very stupid for me to start assuming that the wheel could slap me in the face, right? It's moving because I'm moving it. Can you see? I'm moving the wheel. This is what you do with your specific puppet. You're moving it. It doesn't move on its own. Okay? So fear is irrelevant. And fear, it's honestly, now, not to say, but if you didn't have the fear presenting you with that kind of scenario, would you know what you want? No. You wouldn't know. So isn't fear and doubt, like, isn't the presentation of this scenario also beneficial for you, so that you know what, I don't want this? For example, let's just say, fear is like vinegar. Well, if you don't taste vinegar, do you know you don't like vinegar? No, you don't. So how would you know? So as a fragment of you, it doesn't have the power to hurt you. It always has the power to serve you. It doesn't have a power, the purpose to serve you. Okay, so it's just serving you an idea. Don't fucking tap into the idea. You're fucking adults. Don't you fucking know what to choose? Like, you have a buffet of food. Don't you fucking know that the mushrooms are not good for you and yet you're allergic to it? Now, imagine you with the mushrooms, or imagine me with this wheel and starting to fight it. For what am I fighting it? It's not doing anything. Okay? There's a tiny little hologram behind me. Okay. So guys, that's it for today. Fear does not run the show. You do. Bye-bye.